1, 2,
2,
4.
5.
Alright, we're ready. In an article pulled from Time magazine titled Haiti Earthquake 5 Years After, on January 12, 2010, a devastating earthquake with a magnitude of 7.0 struck Haiti, killing more than 160,000 people and displacing close to 1.5 million people. 5 years later, scars of the tragedy remain in Port-au-Prince, says photographer Gail Turn, who has spent the last 10 years photographing the country. When you walk around the country's capital of Port-au-Prince, you still see half-destroyed buildings around town, he tells Time. Their wounds are still here, and everyone says that they're living in worse conditions than before. And speaking of the recent devastation in Haiti following Hurricane Matthews, the New York Times posted an article titled, After Hurricane Matthews' Devastation in Southern Haiti, that states, Hurricane Matthews left a tableau of devastation across southern Haiti, destroying houses, leaving villages under several feet of water, and killing more than 800 people, according to a count by Reuters. Many of the worst-hit areas in the south were completely cut off from rescue workers by severed phone lines and collapsed bridges. So, as you can tell, much is needed to be done to help this country to its feet after years of natural disasters and drought. And in following such scenarios, millions of dollars of disaster relief aid have been sent into the country. However, not much recovery seems to have occurred. This is due to things such as ineffective foreign aid policies between the U.S. and Haitian government, non-government organizations such as Red Cross misusing their received donations, lack of communication between NGOs housed within Haiti and the U.S. with that of the U.S. government, and lack of communication between the U.S. and the Haitian people directly. This should be a matter of importance to everyone because the current relief and aid policies that of the U.S., other foreign countries, and non-government organizations hold with Haiti are inadequate in being able to provide effective and equal care to the people. Furthermore, millions of dollars in personal and government donations have previously been sent to aid Haiti in its time of need, and yet despite the support, not much recovery has occurred. Therefore, we as a people should be concerned in how our money is being spent and used. First, we need to re-examine and revise the foreign aid policies between the United States and Haiti. Second, we need to create a roster in terms and conditions that all non-government organizations have to sign. And third, we need to create a worldwide wiring system that the U.S. and other foreign countries can use to directly wire money to the people of Haiti. All of these are to ensure that safe, credible, and equal aid is being provided to all citizens within the Haiti nation. But before we start in on our first solution, another quote from the Times. When you look at the history of humanitarian relief, there's never been a situation, that being the earthquake epidemic, when such a small country has been a target of such a massive influx of money and assistance in such a short span of time. On paper, with that much money in a territory the size of Haiti, we should have witnessed miracles. There should have been results. And yet the situation on the ground is dire. 2 years ago, there were still refugee camps within Port-au-Prince's center. And now they're all gone and the people have been merely displaced. They now live in the city's suburbs in these prefabricated shacks with a parallel economy. This is yet another example of how, despite there having been such a large push towards giving relief aid following the earthquake, not much had occurred. This is massively due to the fact that foreign aid provided by the U.S. has been placed into the wrong hands of the government or various NGOs, resulting in the improper spending of such funds. So, one way in which we can prevent this from occurring is as a nation, fighting for and ensuring that our federal government will re-examine its foreign aid policies with Haiti, and making sure that when our government makes donations to the Haitian government, that the money is being placed into the proper hands. Furthermore, I believe our government should send U.S. ambassadors to follow and oversee the distribution of our relief aid to ensure it's being distributed equally to all, and not being misspent by its government officials. A second solution to our problem is to create a roster and terms of conditions that all non-government organizations have to sign. When researching into this topic, I discovered a website titled Haiti.ngoaidmap.org, whose goal is to have a complete list of all the NGOs stationed within Haiti, and their goals and websites where you can further donate to their relief projects. This is, in essence, a creation of my previously said solution of an NGO-signed roster, However, in looking at this website, it states that there are only 38 NGOs currently residing within Haiti. However, when reading from articles such as Haiti, Where Did All the Money Go?, it speaks of thousands of NGOs already embedded in the country of Haiti. This shows that despite the Americas having created such a roster, it is extremely outdated and needs to be revised. I believe with the revision of this roster, however, it needs to make sure to include all NGOs that were created, not only within the U.S. and other foreign countries, but also within Haiti itself. This will be efficient because such NGOs would have been directly created by Haitian citizens, who know exactly what type of aid they need locally, while other NGOs may not have such a grasp on the citizens' needs. Also, I believe with the revision of this roster, a series of terms and conditions need to be set to ensure that NGOs are correctly using their donations. For instance, I believe that when signing the roster, they agree to donate a set percentage of their donations directly to the Haitian people. This will make sure that the NGOs are correctly using their money, and if they don't, they can be held accountable for their actions. My third and final action in helping provide a more efficient aid for the citizens of Haiti is through the creation of a nationwide wiring system. I have learned how this would be a very beneficial solution due to the fact that it's already being done within the families of Haiti already. In my various travels to Haiti on spring break, I've heard countless stories of how members of Haitian families will travel to live and be hired for jobs within cities of Florida, such as Miami, and after receiving their paychecks, will wire some of their money directly to their family members back at home. Also, pulling a quote from New Internationalist magazine article titled Haiti, Where Did All the Money Go?, it is said, the most successful aid initiatives that have been those that forwarded funds straight to Haitians. It's crucial that they got this money because there was food available at the markets, so people could eat, and it helped keep the local economy afloat. This system will not only provide money directly to the Haitian citizens, but it will also eliminate the risk of misuse of our donations if they were given to NGOs such as American Red Cross. As with any catastrophic event, whether it be man-made or disaster, the outcome more often has long-lasting and life-altering effects and repercussions that are felt days, weeks, months, and even years down the line. The implication, therefore, is that any solution to these problems are going to be equally time-consuming. Before we as a nation can begin the process of recovery, we need to understand and come to grips with the reality that the problems in Haiti will not be solved in a few months or even a few years. Taking the advice of Perian Nee from her article, Don't Give Money to Haiti Now. Instead of sending the money all at once, donors should create a plan to stagger and guarantee funding for years to come. Recovery and rebuilding is going to be an ever-changing and evolving process that will require research, communication, flexibility, compassion, goodwill, and the full cooperation of nations worldwide. Those involved in these efforts need to leave behind their own pride and agendas, no matter how well-intentioned, and focus solely on what will be best for the people of Haiti and their country in the future.